In this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to instantly follow up with your leads. The whole point of this automation is to save you hours of manual outreach every single week and to help you convert more leads into paying customers. There's three parts to this automation. The first being the actual workflow that will pull in data and send your lead an email automatically. The second being an Airtable form submission. You can think of this as a website form where somebody comes, fills out all their information, and then submits it. And the third is the database that the information is actually stored in. Let's do a live example here. Let's say that I come to your website, you're an excavation company, and I leave you with my name, phone number, and email address, as well as a detailed comment on what I want done. So I need excavation work done, and my budget is 20K. If I submit this, it's going to update our database here. And there you go, Jordan. There's my phone number, the message, and then the status will be to do. Once a new lead comes in from the form into our Airtable database, our automation here will check every single minute for a new lead. Our agent will then customize a personalized message. It will send us an email, and then it will send an email to our lead. So if I come over to my email right here, you'll see that we received a new lead. Hey, Jordan, you received a new lead. It gives us the person's name, the phone number, email, and the message as well. The second email that we get in our inbox is us actually sending it to that lead. So, hi Jordan, I'd be happy to give you a call about your excavation work with the 20K budget. We can definitely work with that for most residential and commercial projects. If you want to book a quick consultation, and then we send them our Calendly link or whatever link you want to enter there. That's how the lead automation works. Now you might be wondering why I have this wait node. We will actually enter this right into here. And the reason being is because we don't want to send the automated message within seconds of them filling out our form. And so we can insert this wait node here to whatever time you'd like, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just so it doesn't seem like it's AI actually sending the message. By the way, guys, if you want to download this template and get it up and running for free, you can come over to my AI school and come to my classroom section, automations, and it will be right here for you to download the JSON. And if you just want to learn how to build it yourself, we're going to get into that right now. You're going to open up two new workflows for yourself. The first one will be the Airtable form submission. So we'll just change that right here. We'll enter Airtable form submission. And the first step will actually be adding an N8N form. And this will act as our website form. For example, if we were actually to use a website form, we could make an HTTP request and get access to that live form on your website. From here, we will enter the details for our form. So go reach out to us, and you can enter whatever you'd like here. We'll get back to you soon. Thank you. A few things we want to add and grab from the client is their name, as well as their phone number, email address, service they're interested in, okay, as well as just a comment that they can leave. So go add a comment, and there you go. If we execute this step here, it brings us to our form. So reach out to us. We'll get back to you soon. Thanks. Name, phone, email, service interested in, and add a comment. Once we have our form, we want to add that lead into our database. And for this workflow, we're using Airtable. And every time we get a new lead, we're going to create a new record. First thing we need to do in Airtable is connect to our Airtable database. You see here, we need to make sure that we enable all of these different scopes, and we need an API key. So we'll have to come to our Airtable platform right here. We'll go over to the bottom left and go to Builders Hub. Once you're here, you'll have to create a new token. You'll name it whatever you want, N8N, and you'll see that I have access to these databases here. From here, you'll add your base. So you just add in your Airtable database, which acts like similar to a Google Sheet. So you'll add that in, and then I just add in all of these scopes. So you'll just add a scope, and then you just click plus on all of these different scopes, save changes, and you'll have access to your Airtable database. As for Airtable, you can just copy over all of the column names here. So name, phone, email, lead, message, service, as these will matter later on. Just copy these over. Get access through Airtable into your N8N. come back over and enter in that API key that you receive, and you'll be connected to Airtable. From here, we will grab our base. So construction lead follow-up table will be table 1. And now we have access to all of our different columns here from our construction lead database. So we've got name, phone, email, got everything here. Now what we'll do is just execute the step, and we will fill out some information here. Interested in excavation. Hey, I need work done. Please call me. We'll submit that form. We'll come back over, and you'll see here in the create a record node, we actually have some input now. So we've got our name, all of our information. And now in order for us to actually update our Airtable with this record, we have to pull in all of this input into the values to send. So for name, we'll pull that over, and pretty simple here. Just keep pulling all of these from the schema. Service interested in, we'll go service, lead message. We will add the added comment, follow-up email. We don't need that. And the status, we will select as to do. And from here, if we execute the step, we'll go back over to our Airtable database, and we've got our name, phone number, email, we've got the message, as well as the service, and the status is to do. And you want to keep this as to do so that when we actually send the email to the lead, it will automatically turn over to done. Now that we have our lead, we are finished with this workflow right here, and we'll move on to the actual automation that pulls in that data from that workflow. And so we'll name this AI lead follow-up outreach. AI lead follow-up. We'll keep that there. And for now, we will just add in a search a records node from Airtable, and we'll just go get a record and then search. Now from here, we're going to do the exact same thing. Construction lead follow-up. We're going to choose our database and our table. And from here, we're going to add in the filter by formula JSON code here, which will just be status by to do. And this will allow us to pull in the latest lead based on the status. And so instead of it pulling in any of the leads that have the done as their status, we'll pull in the to do. Instead of this execute workflow trigger, we'll delete that, and we'll add in a schedule trigger. And this will allow us to check between minutes. We'll go every minute. We'll check our Airtable database for new leads, and then we can move on further with the automation process. So once you have all of this set up and copied over, the next thing we're going to add is an AI agent. So we'll go agent. There's that. And then we will change this to define below. We'll execute the workflow. And we need to add in a system prompt. So let's give it the system prompt that I have for us. And you can find this in my Skool, or you could just copy this over. And so here is the prompt. We've got our role. You work as a customer relationships specialist for Terry for an excavation pro Toronto company. So you just put in your company. This is going to come in a second, where we just get the variable for all the data that we want, and then some writing style requirements, as well as some more stuff down here just with the tone. We need to execute this workflow now. Execute that. We've got our data pulled in. And so if you look on the left here, we have the information pulled from the latest lead. You can just confirm that with the phone number 320-4033. Yeah, there we go. And now for our prompt, like I was saying before, this is all going to be populated. So we want to give the agent the lead details. And so you just write these out: customer name, lead message, contact email. And since we have all of the data pulled in from the Airtable, we can just, for example, pull this in right here. So instead of typing it out, you just pull in name. And for the service, we'll just go service, and simple as that. You just pull in all of the data that you want the AI agent to have. Now we'll add a chat model, and we will add open router. And I like to use Claude Sonnet 4 because it gives us the most human-like output as possible. If you use something like GPT-4o mini or something like that, then the output has a lot of dashes and it just seems like it's coming from a robot. And so you want to use the best model possible here, okay? Once you have that model, we're going to actually just run this. So we'll execute the workflow, and we're going to use Claude right now, and it's going to give us an email to send to that potential lead. Okay, and so here we go, our output. So it gives us a subject about your excavation project, and then it gives us the body. Hey Jordan, got your message about needing excavation work done. I'd be happy to give you a call to chat about what you're looking to get done. And so that's our email. Now, one thing we want to do from here is actually parse out the data, because if you look right here, we've only got the output, and what we actually want for the email is the subject as well as the body, and not just the full output. And how we're going to fix that is add a structured output parser. Now, once you're in here, you will enter in this JSON code, and this will parse out the data properly in a body and subject. And so we will actually just run this. If we pin it, execute the workflow, let's execute it from scratch here. So we'll unpin the data. Got this all set up. Okay. Let's rerun it and see what output it gives us. Got our structured data here, and there you go. So you've got our subject as well as the body. And that will just make it easier for us down the road in this workflow. We've got our personalized email message from our AI agent. We've got our lead in our database. And now what we'll do is send ourselves a notification. It's going to wait for a 5-minute period, and then we'll send the actual email to the customer. So from here, we'll just go Gmail node, send a message. So this is just sending an email. And 2, we will just send it to ourselves. So enter in your email address here. For the subject, we'll go, I'll just copy this over, new lead. And the email type will be text, and we'll enter in a message that I like the structure of. We'll go expression here. We'll copy this. And so, hey Jordan, you've received a new lead. In the email that we send ourselves, it's going to add the name, phone, email address, and lead message. That is all that you need. So let's actually send ourselves an email right now. So we'll go execute step, and we'll check our inbox here. And there we go. So new lead. Hey Jordan, you've received a new lead. And then it gives me the name, phone number, email address, and the message here as well. So we've got the notification of our new lead. The next thing that you would do is add in a wait node, and we'll add minutes. We'll go 5 minutes just so it doesn't seem like an automated email message. And after this, then we would do another Gmail node, and we would send an email, but now it will be to our lead. And so for this example, I'm going to remove the wait node here, but all you would do is add in however many minutes of a wait period that you want. If it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want. I'm going to remove this right here. We'll keep it up top just so it's in the workflow and we understand it. And from here, we're going to send a message to our lead. So in here, we'll go send the lead email. And we're going to be sending our lead an email now. Who we're sending it to, we're going to send it to the email variable, which will just be the newest lead that's in our database. And this is where that subject and body comes into play through the AI agent. If we didn't do this before, we would have no subject. So now we can pull that subject in as well as the body, and this will be the email message that we'll send. Now for this example, we're going to instead of pulling in the email variable, I'm going to send it to myself just to show you guys that the email actually went through. But if you're making this workflow active, you're going to want to keep that email variable inside. I'll add my own email address, and then we're going to send ourselves a test email. So we'll go execute step. We've got an output. We're going to check our email, give it a refresh. So we've got our subject, your excavation project. Hey, Jordan, got your message about needing excavation work done. I'd be happy to help you figure out what you need and get you a proper quote. And then we actually send them a Calendly link so you can book a Zoom call, or just send them. You can also add your phone number to this as well, but you're just kind of going back and forth with them here and following up with them right away. Now we've got our lead that came in. We used our AI agent to make a custom message for them. We sent ourselves a notification, and then we sent the lead a follow-up email. Now what we need to do is just update our Airtable database. Now we will just come over here. We'll go Airtable, and we will update a record. Once you're in your Airtable update record node, you're going to connect to your database. Once you've connected to your database, all we have to do is just match some of these values to update. So for ID, this will be the Airtable ID. So come to search records, pull that over. And another thing we'll do is the follow-up email. So if you look right here, we've got the information that the AI actually sent. And so we want to just put the message that ChatGPT sent and update it into our database. And so how we're going to do that is follow-up email. We'll just come to our AI agent and grab the body, put that in there, and status, we'll put this as done. And so now if we execute this step, it'll update our database. We'll refresh this page. And so we've got everything now. And that last step with the update Airtable just added this follow-up email. And so this was the message that AI sent to them. And the status turned from to do to done. And like I was saying before, guys, if you want to take your automation game to the next level, come on and join my Skool, the AI Automations Club. You can download all my free N8N templates, download the JSON file, upload them to N8N, and also be a part of a great community that learns about AI every day. So I'll see you inside. And that is how you save time and make more money with automated lead follow-up. If you want to implement this into your business, reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you out. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.